Ready?
Okay.
Here we go. Check 1, 2, by the way.
Check 1, 2.
Hi everyone, welcome to Rock Bottom with Rhoda and Dan. I'm Dan.
And I'm Rhoda.
All right, today is the 2nd of May. I don't even care when you're watching, but in our world, it's the 2nd of May.
Yes.
This morning,
that's 2026 too, by the way. Yeah, just be.
in the year of our Lord. So anyways, so we woke up. All of us woke up this morning with the news that Spirit Airlines is now defunct.
I don't think they don't announce that until the afternoon, but okay. Did we wake up to that?
Yeah.
Oh, we did? Okay. Oh, I didn't wake up until noon, so
There was a banner across the thing.
there was.
Anyway,
Okay.
so Spirit Airlines, if you remember, Spirit Airlines they have been in financial ruins for quite some time. They have been
On the borderline.
yeah, they really have. Back in the Biden years, all right. So here's why I'm bringing this up, because as we speak right now, Trump's transportation secretary is holding a press conference, telling everybody that this, by the way, is totally Joe Biden and Pete Buttigieg's fault. All right,
yeah.
because he should have let JetBlue and
another airline that does not have the best of track
not
record.
at all.
Yeah.
Not at all. I mean, there's two airlines that probably shouldn't be together.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it was JetBlue and Spirit.
Yeah.
But he was going on about that this is all Donald Trump's fault. How many thousands of people?
No, this is all Joe Biden's fault. Yes.
Joe Biden's fault. You know what? And we are not
Oh
blaming
God,
this
no.
on Trump.
No, we are not.
We're not
blaming. It's Spirit's fault. I mean, it's their management's fault. They screwed up. I don't know how it all of a sudden becomes the government's fault. But
Spirit has had issues for quite some time.
yes.
And you don't have to look far to hear a story, a horror story about passengers.
Yes.
About
Well, you have
Spirit.
one, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah.
And my daughter had one.
Yeah,
My daughter and granddaughter flew down to Fort Lauderdale. This has been a few years ago. And on the way back, they get to the airport, no room, canceled. They spent 2 days.
2 days.
2 days trying to get a flight out. And now, to Spirit's credit, at that point, at least they got a room out of the deal.
Oh,
okay?
that's nice.
But they had to spend hours and hours and hours and hours at the airport waiting to get a plane. And then she heard all kinds of horror stories too, but that one I knew for a fact. Well, this was, I'm trying to think, 4 years ago, 5 years ago ish. My wife and I flew we went to Alaska on a cruise.
Yeah.
So we went and we flew out there with no problems. And for the life of me, Seattle.
Yeah.
So flying out there, not a problem. On the last day, the last night, around 10 o'clock ish, we are at a port in Canada, and we get an email saying that our flight the next day was canceled. Didn't say why it was canceled, it just said it was canceled. by that time I couldn't get. We left the port, so I couldn't use my cell phone. The cruise ship let me use their phone. I was on the phone for an hour, never talked to a soul. Never talked to a soul. And so I thought, whatever, we're going to have to go to the airport the next day. And so that's what we did. We went down to the airport, went to Spirit's terminal. And I said, here's my tickets. What's going on with my flight? Oh yeah, that's been canceled. Here's your money back. I said, whoa, dude. What the hell are we supposed to do?
Wow.
Now, so we're in Seattle. Seattle's a pretty good sized airport. So, well, the best thing I can tell you is go up and down and see if you can find a flight.
Oh, gee.
They gave me absolutely no help whatsoever. And I wish I would have remembered this lady's name, and I wish I would have remembered what airline it was. I mean, I was up and down to no avail.
Yeah.
And I can't remember what airline it was. It was either Southwest. The lady at the terminal Southwest said, "Look, we don't have a flight, but go next door right now. They've got 2 tickets left."
Oh,
and
wow.
that was, I think it was either Southwest, and she told me to go to Delta or Delta to Southwest, one of the two, and I can't remember. But they were the ones that got us the tickets. Spirit did
help
nothing,
at all. No.
nothing,
Yeah.
absolutely nothing. And so we're at an airport, have no idea how the hell we're going to get home.
Yeah.
All they said was, "Well, we're just gonna give you your money back. All right, see you later." And not so much as, "Well, we'll help you."
Right.
And they had an entire plane of that. Bear in mind, when I booked those, I had absolutely no desire to go on Spirit because I heard too many horror stories.
Yeah.
All right, and so but I had no choice. That was the only flight. That was the only flight. Now, fast forward to last year. My daughters and their family and I went on spring break, and we flew back on Spirit, and there was no problem. But it's their business that they had a really. Their whole business scheme is, not a scheme. I mean, it wasn't a scheme. It was just their whole business practice and their plan was. It was. They build themselves as a cheap airline.
Right. But you can be cheap and dependable, or cheap and
you would think.
Yes. And I think everybody would understand if you build yourself as cheap, but if all the prices go up, you have to go up too, and your price will still be lower than the next person. You gotta make a profit,
Oh, absolutely.
And you can't just say, "Oh well, we'll just keep on the way we are, and hopefully things will get better in the future." But you have to be good at planning ahead. And like we said, I know nothing about I just practical things.
Right. We have never flown on Spirit.
No, I've never flown on Spirit. So yeah.
But man, it just left a bad taste in my mouth. And when my daughters and I booked the flight last year, I told them, I said, I want no part of this.
Yeah.
Because. But luckily, we didn't have to be back at a certain. Well, we kind of did. I mean, sooner or later they had to work. But it worked out fine. It worked out fine. But they've been in trouble before, and it's been going on for quite some time.
And they were in trouble under Biden's administration, and they wanted to merge with JetBlue, another airline that's had trouble financially too.
Right.
And the Department of Justice did it through antitrust laws. They said no, they wouldn't let it do it, which is why they're blaming them, the Biden administration, for them going under now.
Trump administration.
Trump administration is blaming the Biden administration. And there are people that are blaming the Trump administration because the war with Iran and the price of gas going up, and that's why they're going down. But basically, it's Spirit's problem.
Absolutely.
I mean,
Absolutely.
I don't know that all these people that were complaining about bailing out the automobile industry back in the day, that when Obama did it. But when Obama did it, he loaned them the money. They paid him back and paid him interest. We made money on that deal. So it's not the same thing.
No,
and
not at all.
It's not like going in and we'll just, not like the savings and loan where they just went in and said, oh, everything's forgiven, here's money. It's like,
two struggling companies should not merge. Prime example, Kmart and Sears.
Yeah.
What happened to those two? So I'm not blaming Trump.
No. And I'm
certainly not blaming Biden.
Yeah.
I mean, they looked through. They looked at this. They looked at this whole issue, and so for Biden's administration to say, or for Trump's administration to say, well, they should have done blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Well, they did their homework. They did their homework.
Yeah.
I mean, I absolutely feel bad because there's thousands of people out of work.
Oh yeah, there are 1,000 people that, like you, had trips planned and planned ahead of time, and and probably they'll have to go through bankruptcy court to get their ticket money back. I know. I think it's horrible, but you can't blame the government for it. I mean, the government is not there to be your safety net.
Well,
I mean, if you can't be a safety net to somebody that can't feed their kids, then no, you can't be a safety net.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. We're not in the business of trying to save every business that's going down the drain. So,
if we're going to be a capitalist society, then you got to be. You got to make it the rules.
Yeah,
you got to follow the rules.
That would have been a very bad investment because how it was. Spirit wanted the government to bail them out. Yeah. We, as the government, would own what? 90%?
They wanted us to own 90% of it, so yeah.
To which I would have said, fine, that's fine with me. I'm part owner of this, so I want to ride for free.
Well, yeah.
But that's just not that's just not a good move.
It's just putting good money after bad.
Yeah, absolutely. But I don't think that it's fair that the Trump people are all over Biden. But then again, everything has always been Biden's fault. He will never take the blame. I'm pretty sure that it was Biden's fault that he got into the war.
Oh yeah, it probably was.
Yeah.
Well, if Biden had gotten into the war under his watch, he wouldn't have had to do it under his.
Right.
Yeah, he's the only president willing to do that.
Yes,
so,
he's the only president stupid enough to do this.
or that, yeah.
Anyway, so we just wanted to throw that your way. All right, so speaking of Trump, and by God, that's really what this show is all about.
Right. It's speaking about Trump, yes.
The crazy old man is... he just has this way of he can't let things go. All right, he's got to have revenge.
And he says he has nothing to do with anything that the Department of Justice is doing. That they're on their own. And
who the hell believes that?
Well,
no, seriously, who believes that?
Well, I don't think Pam Bondi or who's the next guy? The new guy. Oh shoot, yeah. Should probably remember him. Anyway, I don't think he's Trump's former lawyer. Anyway, I don't think they believe that because, for one thing, he sent what was it? What was supposed to be a personal note to her, and it ended up being like on two socials. Todd Blanche. Okay, so that they telling her that she had to get moving on prosecuting people. So,
such as Comey.
Yeah.
And
Letitia James, a few other people. Yeah. And it's just coincidence that she started doing that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So anyway, so we thought we'd take a look at that type of thing. Especially there's a new one, James Comey and Letitia James. They had started indictments for them. Him for making false statements and obstructing justice. regarding his 2020 Senate testimony. That had to be dismissed because the person that they got to bring the indictment against him, Lindsay Halligan, she was unlawfully appointed to her position. So that had to go. And unfortunately, that took it past the statute of limitations. So, yeah, can't really do that one.
No.
And the same thing happened because the same person brought charges against Letitia James. She's the New York Attorney General that sued Trump and his businesses and won.
Bigly.
Very bigly. And, like millions, bigly. And anyway, she was indicted in 2025 on allegations of mortgage fraud and making false statements. That's the person that, let's see. Ed Martin. He's a special attorney for mortgage fraud for the government, and he found out that somewhere she X'd something that she shouldn't have X'd, or it's people have looked at it and said that's very shaky, but fortunately for her, she didn't have to go through all the expense of the trial because she was also indicted by the person that was unlawfully appointed. So that one, I don't think the statute of limitations are over yet, so they might bring it back up again. I don't know.
They will,
because
he doesn't know when to stop.
Yeah, that's true.
He doesn't know when to stop. I have no idea what he's got against James Comey. James Comey basically said, I'm not going to be your loyalist. I don't work for you. I work for the people.
Yes, and
But then Trump gets all pissy-eyed, and then he doesn't like him forever and ever. Amen.
Yeah.
But
he hurt Trump's feelings. Didn't want to be buddy with him. I mean,
I've never seen a person with thinner skin than that man. He can dish it out. It out. But he can't take it. No. If you're going to be the president of the United States, you better have thick skin, because there's people coming for you every day, and I don't mean that in a torturous way. I mean that they're coming for you because they don't like this about you, they don't like that about you. There's always somebody that's going to argue, doesn't like the way you do something, but you have to let that roll off.
Yeah.
At any given time, Trump wishes this was the case, but at any given time, you're going to have 50% of the country that loves you, 50% of the country that hates you. Just roll with it.
Yeah.
And I say he wishes it was 50-50. It's like 30-70 now. But
he'll make everybody love him, because if they don't, they're all going to jail. That's kind of the impression I get, that you will love me or else.
Absolutely. I mean, you're always going to have people that don't particularly care for your policies or whatever. Just roll with it. Just roll with it. That's part of the job. But he can't do that. He can't do that. He can dish it out. He can call you names. He can just berate you all over the place. But don't come for him.
No. Oh, no. Not even jokingly. Which is what got Comey in trouble again, unfortunately. Last year, he saw seashells on the beach that said 8647.
I would put that up there, people, but
we don't want to get
on the wrong side of Don, because he watches this.
No, he'll think it's a threat. I got to admit, I saw that and I thought, what? What does that mean? I don't get it. So apparently, I didn't know that Trump was the 46th president. I just, it didn't sink in. Anyway.
47, isn't it?
Oh, wait, he's 47. Wait, what is he? No, Biden's 45. So Trump was 44 and, no, wait. You're right.
Yeah.
86-47. Wait a second. Okay, so I'm sorry. I didn't know. I didn't know anything. So I didn't know. I didn't know what 86 meant. I didn't know what 47 meant. So Biden was
86-47.
okay. Oh, I saw a T-shirt that said 8646. Somebody had it on TV today. So apparently, at one time, they had that about Biden.
No.
Okay. But that's fine because you can do that because Biden won't take it personally and think you're trying to kill him. But apparently Trump figures Comey's tried to kill him. I mean, you know.
Well, he actually came out and said what a reporter said, did you think that your life is in danger? Like, yeah, I think so.
That's what mobs say. Yeah. That's what. Well, see, the only time I ever heard 86, and this shows what kind of juvenile mind I have, on the Emperor's New Groove, there's a restaurant scene where somebody says when they canceled their order and they said 86 whatever. So that's the only time I heard it was in a restaurant thing, which I assumed because like I said, that's first and I think only time I've heard it. It meant cancel it.
Right.
So.
He wants you to believe that it was a mafia thing.
Yeah, and I saw something on the other day where somebody said, I looked at all the Godfather movies, never heard that. So I don't know. So
no, he's making it up.
Yeah,
he's just making it up, and.
So they apparently they've spent like almost a year investigating this because my God, Comey must be out there just trying to instigate this. I mean, he pretty much set a whole group of people after Mike Pence, and he had last year he reposted somebody's pickup truck where they had an image of Biden being tied up and gagged in the back, and it didn't look like he was breathing. So,
yeah.
But that's funny. That's funny.
That's funny.
That wasn't anything. That everybody knows that doesn't mean anything.
I think this is the time that we just need to reiterate. There's no love lost between me and James Comey. Okay.
Yeah.
As far as a human being, he's probably all right. Yeah. I still put him to blame. For the Hillary loss, because of what he did just days before.
I think he thought he was doing the right thing. I don't think he did the right thing, but
right. I don't think he did things to maliciously.
No.
Throw the election. I mean,
right.
I'm sure if he had to do it over again, he would do things
back
totally
out and
different.
Say, "Leave me out of it."
Yeah, but. I mean, I do believe that he helped Trump win in 2016. So I have no.
It's not that we're trying to, but this is ridiculous.
No, absolutely,
it is. Yeah. And they're not. There are other things that he did. This is a new one too. The Southern Poverty Law Center, they go after like hate groups, and part of what they do is they have people go and infiltrate the groups, and then they find out things about it, and they'll go to like the FBI or other law enforcement and say, "Hey, listen, we've got this information." Now, they pay these people to go and infiltrate, and so naturally. Now they're saying that they're defrauding the donors because they're they're giving funds to these organizations. So they're using their funds to give to these these hate organizations like neo-Nazis and things like that. I don't give to the Southern Poverty Law Center, but if I did, I would understand that that's what they're trying to do. They're doing this to do good, and most of the law enforcement agencies are like, yes, they're helping us. This is fine, but they've indicted them on 11 counts, including wire fraud and money laundering. So they're calling this money laundering. And
of course they are.
Yes. So
in all fairness to the administration, they know crooks when they see them.
Oh. Okay, yeah. They work right next to him.
Yeah.
Never mind.
That's all I'm saying.
Yes.
They know.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Okay. they went after Don Lemon because he
because he didn't bow down to him.
them, yeah.
Because for the longest time he was telling the truth, and he didn't like it.
And Don Lemon, as an independent journalist, was interviewing somebody that were a group of people in Minnesota went into this church service because the head of the church service, or the head, the minister or the preacher or whatever, was a member of something to do with immigration. Anyway,
Gotcha.
so they went in to talk to him. And they interrupted his service, and Don Lemon was there to interview the people that were interrupting the service.
Sure.
He wasn't interrupting the service; he followed them in,
He was just
was
a journalist.
interviewing
Yeah,
them.
right.
Yes,
He wasn't one of the protesters.
yeah, but he was indicted for conspiracy against right of religious freedom. So, because they interrupted the service and wouldn't let them continue. So, he didn't, but the people that he was interviewing did.
Right.
So, anyway.
So that's still going on.
That is.
Comey is still going on.
Yep.
Letitia,
maybe they might bring it back up against her. The Southern Poverty
certainly
Law
is.
Center, that certainly is. Jerome Paul, that he's got. Well, they tried to subpoena him, and they wanted to. They think that he. Well, I don't know if they really think he did, but they say that he's overspending on a building, and that that he should be subpoenaed and everything looked over.
This all stems from him not lowering the interest rates.
Right. So it's trying to get him to back off and retire, and so he can put somebody else in.
That will bow to him.
But the federal judge said that that the subpoena was actually just trying to send a political message to the federal chair, and so he just said, no, you can't do that. We're not going to let that go. Yeah. John Brennan, they're trying to start a criminal inquiry into him based on the 2016 election. So, yeah, it's this kind of, the seditious six. Those are the Democrats. They were former armed forces members or other government. I think one of them might have been Secret Service, that type of thing. They all served, and they made a commercial saying that, telling other service members that you don't have to. It's your responsibility, your duty, not to follow an illegal order. Right. So if he was my captain and I was a private, and he said, go ahead and shoot the neighbor just because I don't like him. Right. I can say, no, I'm not going to do that. That's illegal. I'm not going to do that.
That's illegal.
So if somebody tells a service person, go and kill these people, and you know that those people are not your enemy, and we're not in a war, you can say no. You can say no to that. Well, apparently they think it's wrong for them to tell them what it's their duty to do, to not do it. Anyway, so they're going after them.
Oh, sure.
Well, they've taken them before grand juries and stuff. They haven't had much luck on grand juries. No. They just kind of, I think it's probably hard to keep them from laughing, but that could just be me. Let's see. They want to, let's see. So Comey was indicted twice. Letitia was indicted. SVC indicted.
The whole thing is that if you're his enemy, or he perceives you as the enemy, he's going after you.
Yeah.
Comey would have walked away from that job after Trump fired him. He would have walked away and said, "I'm done. I don't never have to see you again." And as the president of the United States, who is supposed to be, above all that stuff, he can't. He can't let it go. He needs to go after
Yeah.
him. You know, it all stems from, you know, he was embarrassed.
Yeah.
He was embarrassed when they went to jail, or they took him to court. He
Yeah.
was indicted,
Yeah.
by the way.
Yeah. He was indicted and found guilty on in New York of crimes, actual felonies. So, yeah. And meanwhile, because they're doing things like this, they've gutted the public integrity section of the Department of Justice. They were reassigned to various U.S. attorneys' offices, moving the central check on public corruption.
Mm-hmm.
So pretty much, it's easier if you're centralized,
Right.
to be able to keep an eye on all these things instead of parsing them out to different places where they're going to have to do their own work. The Civil Rights Division, there was a 70% reduction of staff by late April 2025. 70% reduction. 'Cause they don't want to do anything that has anything to do with discrimination or just, yeah, we're not going to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Because they say there's reverse discrimination because white people
sure.
are being discriminated
Right.
against. They've lost a third of the lawyers for Environmental and Natural Resources Division. Just things are, the FBI is restructured. The centralized command structure was abolished in favor of regional models, which after 9/11, that's why they centralized these things.
Right.
It's like they scaled back. They're scaling back. The FBI is scaling back on white collar and domestic terrorism things. So apparently, we don't want you bothering with people like. Who was the guy, the Oklahoma bomber or anything like that, because, you know, that's Timothy McVeigh, yeah. They got rid of the Office of Internal Auditing. So, yeah, just, and the people that they haven't gotten rid of, as of November 2025, 5,500 employees left the Department of Justice, including more than 200 that were fired. Okay, the senior career officers that the administration didn't like.
Right.
They were reassigned to Sanctuary Cities Enforcement Working Group, where basically they were just told to just sit there until they got tired of it and retired or resigned. The Office of Personnel Management issued a rule that stripped civil service protections from approximately 50,000 federal employees, including thousands at the Department of Justice, and it made it easier for them to be fired.
Wow.
So, it's bad enough that they're going after these frivolous things.
Right.
But they're ignoring or making it impossible to go after the big things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So
that's
it's
just
like,
how they.
yeah.
But that's how they operate. That's just.
Yeah.
That's just how they operate. They.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sometimes I look ahead and say, all right, what's gonna happen in the next administration? Where do they start cleaning up the mess? I don't know where they start cleaning up the mess. I mean, do they start at home or do they start abroad?
Yeah.
Do they start with our allies and saying,
well,
I
and
don't
how
know.
do you clean up this mess?
I
mean,
don't
do you
know.
rehire people? I'm not saying that everything was perfect before they came in. It
absolutely
probably
not.
wasn't, but you don't tear everything apart without figuring out how you're going to replace it first, or what direction you're going to
You
go.
don't go into an office
Yeah.
with a 10-foot broom and start sweeping everybody out because you don't
Yeah.
know what the hell they're doing.
Yeah.
You don't know their jobs. You don't know
Yeah.
how the department is
Yeah.
run. Figure out how it's run, and then figure out where you can tweak. But
Yeah.
don't go in like, what's his name?
Elon Musk and
Yeah.
and Dodge
Yeah.
or Doge or whatever.
Um,
Yeah, and just we'll just fire those 5. We'll keep these 10, and everything's will be fine. Yeah,
I don't
it's
know.
like
I don't know. So these people right here, as you see up
Yeah.
here, these people, most of them are still going to have some issues.
Now, right now, Letitia James hers has been dismissed,
Right.
but I don't know if she feels safe
Well,
yet
so
or
is
not.
Jerome Powell, but Trump said the other day, no, he's still not off the
Oh,
hook.
right, yeah.
So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, the guy is so thin-skinned, and
they're so beholden to him, I guess, all of the people that work for him.
Yeah.
Because if he make one wrong move, and you're going to be the ones that's going to be indicted.
You're next.
You're going to be the indictee instead of
you're always hoping that his attention is on someone else, so
Yeah.
he doesn't pay any attention to you. That's
Right.
that's you know, it's like siblings. They always want to make sure that mom and dad sees the other
Yeah.
ones, not me. So
Yeah.
and that's pretty
but
much how this is.
Personally, mostly, a lot of these things that goes before the judge, and they're like, "What?
Yeah.
What are you trying to get? What?"
But it takes money to defend yourself.
Yeah, it really
And
does.
it takes time.
And one good thing though is that the people he hires. I mean, he said it himself. He likes hiring people that know less than him, because
And it's
then it
getting
makes
harder
him feel
and harder
better.
to find
Yeah,
those people.
I know. It's something like that anyway.
Yeah,
Because
Yeah,
he
it's
makes
harder.
him look better. But yeah, it's getting harder and harder to find people.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's going to wrap it up for this session.
Yeah.
And we're going to keep an eye on the news this week, so God only knows what our shows are going to be coming up.
Yeah. Should
so,
be an interesting time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we live in interesting times.
Well, we'll see how the war is coming tomorrow.
Yeah.
So, or Monday, or whatever day this is for you. So.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks. Bye.